Hi everyone, I'm Nix and today I'm chilling with The Witcher 3. This video we're going to Awake. So I've tried to fix the audio issue from last time. I'm hoping it's worked. I basically went to Velen, saved, shut the game, reloaded, went back to Skellige. So I'm hoping it's worked, but I don't know. So we're gonna have to find out. I want to do something first. I want to do a couple of things first. Number one, I want to just wander around and see if I can get any information, any side talk, because there's always something interesting. And trust me when I say it, I've been listening. I've been taking notes for the last couple of videos.
Wonder where types like that come from.
Just in case I see or hear anything. Oh!
Closer, stranger.
A merchant. Hello.
Greetings. Looking to buy?
Maybe.
Show me your wares.
I didn't see you before. You don't have anything interesting, but what you do have is money, and what I don't have is things to sell, but I'm going to try anyway. That'll do. Okay.
So long. What's that supposed to mean?
Having a wander around. Druid.
Yeah?
Okay. What's that in the distance? Wait, is that the lighthouse? That is a lighthouse. I really want to go there. I think what I might do when I next have a moment, maybe after the main quest takes a break again, is I want to just go down the coast all the way up and see what I find.
Foreigner, watch your step.
No, I don't want to. I've had a look mainly around the harbour. I don't think there's much else that I can walk around down here. Is there a stash up there? Ooh.
Shiver at the very thought of that. Just the witchcraft of Moorhog's wraiths.
Cursed wood? What cursed wood?
Beg your pardon.
And lovage? Love. What about an itch? Because I've had love of plenty of late, and now this horrible
White-haired fellow.
You've got up.
Dangerous. Got wolven eyes or something.
Me?
Wonder what tide he drifted in on.
He's a Zeracanian. Saw droves of his kind on a voyage south.
Maybe not me.
Zeracania?
I don't know. Am I
What an
Zeracanian?
island.
Skitty, see how little you know the world. But don't fret. You're safe with me.
There's a herbalist up there. Hello.
Would you like to buy something from me stash?
Maybe. Ooh. Is it too early in the video to play Gwent? I might come back. Just because I want to get to the main quest, and I've wandered around
see what
for
you got.
like 10 minutes already. That book. Heraldic animals. Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. Nice. I am getting a lot of money right by now.
So long.
What was that about? It sounded like I completed part of a quest or something. Where am I meant to be heading? Where the stash is, that makes sense. Ooh, there's a lot of this that I haven't actually explored yet, huh? What's in here? Paint. Wait, pictures? Artist? Oh, there's art up there. What is it? I don't know. I can't see it properly. Looks like buildings. That one's sideways, isn't it? It's not Novigrad, is it? With the big tower? Curious. Anyway. Bless you. You sneeze a lot. Bless you. You also sneeze a lot. Ooh, I'm going... Oh.
Bran of Clan Twisser.
These continental
Our valiant
dandies
king.
come a strutting, then we
Red
gotta
is our
drag their
loss.
corpses out of the inn.
See the change your demise has wrought.
We
was he
offer
to
you our
survive?
maidens, the symbol of our valor, as you were the valor of the Isles.
Our skulls shall be bare till a new king sits upon Skellige's throne.
Interesting.
Let's drink to Bran of Clan Twisser.
Let's drink to Clan on Craite that's taken on the burden of this farewell.
And thus the wake begins. Okay. Do I want to go straight to put clothes on? Or do I want to wander around a bit? Tell you what I could do. I could trim my beard a bit.
And beware of bandits in the hills.
Rags together for me.
The fabric's good, but the son of Nilfgaard?
Black One's banners, captured on the continent. Aim to lay him down on my floors.
Hello.
Greetings.
Smooth seas this morn, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great Conung Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
And this is his haircut. Oh, can you cut my hair?
Take it you're good with scissors. Give me a haircut.
Tain't something I usually do, but it wouldn't be right to turn down a traveller.
Thank you. I'm just gonna give him a trim, I think. Full beard trim short. I don't know how much it's gonna change because it's quite short already. A little bit. I've said this before. I really like his hair how it is. Is there anything new here? No. I really like it how it is. I think it's very Geralt of him.
So long.
Okay.
Why are you here?
Because I want to be.
Greetings, white hair.
Hello. Okay.
know your kind.
I think I'll have a better look around later. Like go in all the houses a bit later. Oh, I almost stomped on his head.
Watch your step.
Honor range every which way.
I think that must be Fist of Fury.
Who's that?
Need help?
Erica, hello. How do I... Oh! Oh, is this the room that she rented?
This
Okay.
has gotta be Yen's room. She always did like space and luxury.
Oh, sorry. Hold... Rewind just a minute. Why is... I have questions. I have... Oh no. I don't even know if I still have it. Hold that thought for just a moment. Right back at the start. Right back at the start. We got this letter from Yennefer. It says, P.S. I still have the unicorn. And that's a unicorn. If I ever did see one. What's that?
Glamour. Scent of lilac and gooseberries, even with the lid on. Taste hasn't changed.
I think glamour. I have so many questions about that.
No idea how she managed to bring so much clothing. Must have hired out a galleon.
That does
As
not like
usual, black and white.
that much clothing, but why is there a unicorn?
The stuffed unicorn. She fixed it.
That stuff? Do you mean it's a real unicorn that is dead and then... Oh, I hope not. That's... Should I be reading it in a journal? Oh, not too late. My thoughts turn with increasing frequency to the idea of capturing a djinn. If I could just harness its power, there is much I would gain. And Mosvar Ipsis's tome confirms what I've long suspected, that despite my failure to do so previously, taming a djinn is in fact possible. According to Var Ipsis, the difficulties involved in bending such a being to one's will can be overcome. He managed to do so at least. Alas, this does not mean his methods will necessarily be useful to me. Each djinn is different, each case requires a singular approach. I've more experience unravelling such magic riddles than almost anyone else alive, and if Geralt, with his talent for wrestling unruly magic beings, agrees to help, we might just find a way to do it. The problem is we must find a djinn, a daunting task unto itself. Now, I know that I've seen the first season of the Netflix Witcher, and I know that's based on the the like first collection of stories in which Yennefer tries to bind a djinn to her. So I'm just going to go around and loot some stuff. And that's the stash. Do I have anything to stash? I don't know. Oh, I don't think I really do, to be honest. So that's fine. Oh, where am I finding this? Oh, wait a hot damn minute. Those are the things that Triss was using. And the same things we found
Her megascope.
somewhere.
Guess she never goes anywhere without it. As Philippa Eilhart said, megascopes and toothbrushes. Deeply personal possessions.
Megascopes and toothbrushes. Yeah. We found one. Oh, I can't remember where it was now. It was down in a cave. Oh, what's this? The poison source.
Tessia de Vries, the poison source. Still turns to it for inspiration.
No one is born a mage. We still know too little about genetics and the mechanisms of heredity. We devote too little time and resources to this research. Sadly, we still conduct trials in the inheritance of magic ability using, let us say, natural methods. The results of these pseudo-experiments far too often can be seen in the gutters of our city and begging outside our temple walls. Far too often we see and encounter brain-dead and moronic women covered in their own spittle and passing themselves as prophetesses, seers, village diviners, and miracle workers. Cretins with brains degenerated by the uncontrolled power they inherited. These simpletons and fools can themselves breed, can pass on their abilities and continue the degeneration. Is anyone capable of foreseeing or defining what the last link in such a chain will look like? Most of us mages lose the ability to procreate as a result of changes and disruptions to the functioning of our pituitary glands. Others, sorceresses most often, mature into their magic powers with gonads intact. They can conceive and give birth and have the audacity to consider that good fortune a blessing. Yet I repeat, no one is born a mage, and no one should be. Aware of the gravity of what I write, I provide an answer to the question posed at the summit of Cerys. I answer with certitude. Each of us must decide what she wants to be, a sorceress or a mother. That's so... like, I don't like the way that talks about people. It's a bit... not into it. It reminds me a bit of the tower with all the mice. Kira's quest. The guy who was testing on humans to try and find a way to, oh, what's the word? Like cure people, but he was basically just killing a bunch of people. Because it was like, yeah, these people don't matter. Like, it's those kind of vibes. Right. Oh, it's a skirt and not a doublet. That's something, I guess. I've got two different breeches and... oh, a shirt and a tunic. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's have a... no, not quest. Where am I? Okay, I'm going to put on the slippers first. They're so cute. Okay, we got these ones and we got these ones. Oh, these ones look so much better on him. I'm going to go with these. Now, do I want red-ish? That's so blue! Alright, we're going with that one. We're going with that one. Because, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Right. That's not something I'd ever wear. But what don't we do for our... Who exactly is she to me?
Oh, no, dude. I'm not going to answer that for you. Although I suppose I'm going to have to, aren't I? Ah!
Stay on. My home is your home.
A bear? Oh my goodness. That was a weird sound. Like a really weird sound.
Fresh meat!
Okay. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I'm getting lost. Well, at least she didn't make us wear a doublet. Because that was the whole thing with Triss, was she was like, you have to wear a doublet. But also, I thought she wanted me to wear something black and white, and neither of these things are black and white. Maybe that was just her, and I'm just here. Do I get up there? Do I have to go back around this way? I'm going to try just heading in that direction for now.
You heard? Crach wants 3 new longships ready by summer.
Why she want so many? He's a fleet already. More than enough for a raid.
Might have fleet enough for raiding a nunnery or a village. But not for war.
Means to sail against the black ones, you think, and encroach on their waters.
Crach has more grey hairs every day. I think he wants to leave the Skalds something to sing about.
Interesting. So he's planning on going... I feel like I'm...
Plowing Nilfgaardian cars.
Oh my god, is that the wind? That's quite amazing. I don't think I've ever heard wind this strongly in this game before. I feel like I'm picking up bits about people who are going to put their name forward to be the next king. So I've heard things about Lugos and
They say Lugos is
Dana?
fixing for a fight. And not with the black ones, but with us.
If he breaks the truce, he'll prove
Truce,
himself the
maybe
madman we all call him.
And if that lad of his crosses my path, he'll truly be a blue boy.
you see what I mean? And
Watch your
Crach
step.
as well. There's just learning little bits. Where am I? What is that?
100 sea devils.
What does that do? This is a big red button with writing underneath that says, "Do not press."
Oh, they did him good.
What did it do?
Open, pulled out his guts and made him run around a tree till he ran out.
What did it do?
That is...
Not the first time I'm hearing that.
What did it do? Oh, I don't know what it did. I don't know what it did, but it seems that I am in the wrong place and I need to go up somehow. Ain't gonna happen from down here. So I'm gonna run real fast and I'm gonna try and make it back up to the top. Hopefully. See. I wonder if I can go up that way actually.
Foreigner, watch your step.
Oh, hi. Yes, I think I can make it up this way. Okay, good. I think I'm going to have to go all the way back. Oh, hey! Whoa. That's so cool. Just on the edge. Like, built onto the edge of the mountain. Side of the mountain? Whatever it's called. Wait. So peaceful. Oh my god, it keeps going up. It just keeps going up. How much further do I have to go? A lot further, okay. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. There's just nothing. There's no barrier. There's nothing to hold. There's no railing. I don't like that. As somebody with really bad fear of heights, this is horrifying. Because knowing me, I'll just like whoop, you know, whoop, and that'll be it for Geralt. That'll be it. What is? What's down there? Why am I moving? Oh my god. You know what? I don't care that much. I don't care that much. I want to know what it is. I have a feeling.
Want to keep an eye on him.
I had a feeling.
Before they got him down.
I've always said only a fool would hang himself in midair in a wooden box.
Sail in the sea in a wooden box. That's wise.
You fall off a ship,
Watch
you can
your step.
always swim. Fall off the lift, All that's left.
It's a lift? Oh no. Oh, I strongly disagree with that concept. It's still going. The fear I'm feeling. Come on. Jesus Christ, really? No! I'm gonna have to take that at some point, aren't I? I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. Where do I go from here? Up, I suppose. I'm so sorry. It keeps going. There is no end to it. How the hell do I get out of here?
The bandits that lurk in the highlands.
Oh, I'm almost here. God, being able to see that from so far. Wow. Being able to see that from so far away and now being so up close to it just makes everything else look prettier. This is the true meaning of grass is greener on the other side. I was all the way over there, like in the mountains. And now I'm all the way over here.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that I travelled a long way. Is every door locked? Tell me why the inside stairs have railings, but the outside ones don't.
Pay homage to Bran of Clan Twisek.
You drink last night too?
Horns echo midst the cliffs and peaks. On my mark, blow!
What? That was cool. Oh, there's fast travel. I don't have to. What is this? Oh, that's going into a mine. I shouldn't go there. That's another case of like...
Lady Yennefer.
Oh.
So pleased you've come to pay your respects to my dead husband.
I knew Colin Bran well. His passing is the Isle's great loss.
It is. We must do all we can to minimize its tragic consequences.
Going down that mine would be another case of exploring too far. Too early, which I'm very good at because I just get distracted and lost. But...
Bran
no.
was a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from it not being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
Interesting. Love her dress, but I'm introducing myself.
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Birna, Queen of Skellige. I'm glad we've met, but you must forgive me.
Birna.
Duty calls.
Lovely outfit. You look dashing.
Thank you. You're dazzling.
You know, I really missed your candidness. I'm glad we're here together.
With Triss, I was able to choose whether or not to like compliment her. This feels very much like I don't have control over whether or not Geralt flirts with Yennefer. He just does, you know? Let's go for the white option.
Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
Really? I love
know.
feasts.
You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
He knows me so well. He does hate teleporting, but let's find Crach.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Crach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
I can't wait.
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
Apparently he
I
does.
plan to tell you what I think.
You're pale. You drank
last
night too?
That's what I have to do. Do you know what? Do you know what's really silly? Is I have a post-it note right here. If you remember back in the good old days, I had a post-it note because I had an Xbox controller. No, I had a PlayStation controller, but it was showing me Xbox symbols, so I had to write down what they all were so I can remember. Well, we're back with another one. This one is to read stuff after quests, characters, bestiary books, and bus stops. I've done none of that, and this has been right in front of me the whole time, so I'm going to put that back on there, and I'm going to read about some characters. I will try and put chapters in this one so that at least you know what to skip if you don't want to see me or hear me read through a lot of stuff. But I think it's important to understand and know who I'm meeting. So, duty calls. Birna. It can be difficult for a woman to gain the esteem of knights and warriors not accustomed to seeing female hands on the reins of power. It helps little when, like Birna, widow of King Bran of Skellige, the woman seeking power is filled with acrid disdain for her countrymen and their customs. One might argue that disdain is a valid reaction when, in the case of the passing of a man of power who embodies tradition, these customs call on her to follow long since outdated ritual and cast herself on her husband's funeral pyre. Yes, so who did then? Who was the other lady? Because I thought she was his daughter, and now I'm confused. Justified or not, Birna's desire to rewrite age-old Skellige. That's actually still a tradition in certain parts of the world where wives are expected to burn with their husbands while they're still alive when their husbands have died, because without their husbands they are nothing, which is horrifying. So I agree with her on this. Maybe not disdain for everything else, but it is very outdated. I mean, by today's standards, but by any standards, really. Justified or not, Birna's desire to rewrite age-old Skellige traditions put her at odds with the Jarls and made it unlikely she would be remembered alongside Calanthe of Sintra or Maeve of Lyria as a successful and revered ruler. Birna likewise refused to hide her disgust with the custom of choosing a ruler by vote of the Jarls. She dreamed of establishing a hereditary kingship in Skellige and thought the ideal dynasty to hold it was her own, starting with her and Bran's son, the young Svanrige. I don't know, we're going to find out. So what you're saying is, currently it's a slight democracy. It's not a full democracy because it's you vote for a king and a king can be around for a long time. But it's at least got some form of decision making and not, I don't know, dude. Hereditary, like almost like divine ruler passed down from generation to generation. Ain't great. King Bran, former king of the Skellige Isles, lived a long and storied life. When he finally felt decrepitude taking a hold of him, he went into the woods to hunt a bear armed only with a knife, and thus ended his reign. Oh, that's why we keep hearing people talk about, did you hear he went only with a knife? It was remembered as an honourable and respected one, though some complained he preferred raiding to confronting the Isle's long-term problems, and that he let his wife's tongue wag too freely. Some connected the two, claiming Bran sailed out to fight overseas battles to put off dealings with the ones awaiting him at home. I have notes. Yennefer, in part 50, said that King Bran was well respected, unlike his wife, and now I see why. But we also had somebody say in Thursday that he was helped into the next life, which I find really interesting, the possibility that he was murdered. Crach and Craite. Skellige sagas brim with praise for warchiefs and warrior braves of ages past, yet the saga of Crach, Jarl of Clan Craite and Lord of Kaer Trolde, will outshine them all. It will sing of his strength, his courage, his wisdom, his generosity, his loyalty to friends, and his relentless pursuit of his foes. There will be few exaggerations in such a tale, for Crach, the mightiest of Skellige's Jarls, truly did possess all the traits of a hero. He aroused terror in his enemies. In fact, Nilfgaardian mothers would use his name to frighten their children into obedience, and all in that empire spoke in hushed tones of the infamous Turth Ismuir, the wild boar of the sea, who devastated coastal provinces during frequent and terrible raids. Geralt had known Crach for long, since a time when as young as a young man, the Jarl had sought the hand of a young Pavetta, Ciri's mother. Oh, interesting. what's really interesting is I can read normally really fine. Like if I'm reading a book, I'm a very fast reader. If I'm reading out loud, I trip over my words so much. Ermion. Most druids in Skellige differ from the deeply rooted continental stereotype of a grey-bearded old man in white robes bowing before sacred oaks, taming wyverns, and pestering local lords with petitions to add yet another species to the list of protected beasts. Ermion, Geralt's old acquaintance, was no exception in this regard. This stiff-bearded, spindly man was the leader of the Druid Circle in Skellige, who was also Jarl Crach Craite's advisor on matters of magic and the mystical, as well as on any and all issues require more refinement than a well-timed uppercut or a hard-swung axe. Ermion was known to be obstinate and to have a tendency, quite rare in Skellige, to consider all the possible consequences of a particular course of action before it was undertaken. All this meant that conversing with him demanded a considerable amount of time and patience. So the vibes I'm getting at the moment, Birna is very much kind of schemy and not liked very well. Crach and Craite is well loved for him being a big old warrior man. But he's very much punch first, ask questions later, whereas Ermion is the other way around. And they seem like they even each other out a bit. Is there anybody else? Yennefer of Vengerberg. The Witcher first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of a common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy. Rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups, Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. The moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt which took Yennefer captive. What? The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. The circumstances of Geralt's initial reunion with Yennefer after 2 years were quite different than he had imagined. The sorceress was not only safe and sound, but had even secured the aid of an unexpected and mighty ally, the Nilfgaardian Empire. Oh, I get it now. So we started the game once Geralt had got his memories back or something, right? I think I know basically that Geralt lost his memory and Triss kind of took advantage of that. I'm sure I'll get somebody in the comments telling me that I'm wrong. But I don't know. There seems to be definitely something going on there. Anyway, I think I've read enough of that. Is there anything else I wanted to read? I'll tell you what I might do is I might very quickly read this. No, I've already read that. Perfect. We must continue now. I love her dress. It's not really a dress. I feel like it's the top she had already, but with the skirt. I think it looks really pretty. It's much more my vibe than Triss's one.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Bread, sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full of loot we ripped from the Black Ones.
We've also wine from the temples of Melitele, remote ones.
That's
Wonder
how you
what'll
earn
please
respect
Bran
in
more.
Skellige, girl.
Your victuals
That's
or
exactly
our war
how.
booty.
A dog. Who are you? Just a Skellige. Okay. I feel like I should have dressed up better, like I did for
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
the ball.
Your
but
beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
Thank you. I know. That's really interesting. I wonder if I'd shaved it all off, if she'd say something different.
That caught a turn.
What's down here though? What's in here? Can I go in here? It's fine. It's fine. I know they're trying to stop me from over-exploring, but I want to explore more. Such gorgeous architecture. Very different to Novigrad. I love this. I have to pause a minute and talk about something. So, I think it was earlier this year, way earlier this year. I went to York for a Viking feast, and it was the most fun experience. They had skulls telling stories, there was mead, there was really nice food. I'm gluten intolerant, like I'm celiac, so I can't have gluten, and they catered for that, so I could eat the food. And it was so fun, and it looked very similar to this, all the long tables. So this is bringing me back a little bit. I can't wait. I want to do more of them. Oh, okay. Shh. It's time to shut up.
Lady Yennefer.
The music.
Sir.
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
Hey.
I am honored.
It's the Gwent music. The music has changed. It exists in Skellige. I'm happy. I think I'm going to say nice to meet you, because where can we find Crach kind of ignores the fact that this guy's being nice to us. Let's be nice back.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Crach on Craite.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Cerys.
Oh, that's nice.
Follow me, please.
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt.
Oh, you were at the
We've
funeral.
met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Ard. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honour.
Go ahead.
That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue boy Lugos, Madman Lugos' firstborn. And choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try and remember that. Uh-oh. Okay, so we've got Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue boy Lugos. Madman Lugos' firstborn. I've heard a lot about Lugos. Hindar. I'm assuming Hindar's from Hindarsfjall. Lugos, don't know. Why did somebody cry? Well, it's a funeral, isn't it? God damn it. I'm assuming that's Cerys, isn't it? Maybe I should... No, I'm not going to ask. I think that's... I'm going to operate under the assumption that it's Cerys, daughter of Crach and Craite, because she said her da.
Seems they set us with the sons of Jarls, exclusively.
Cerys on Craite is the daughter of a Jarl, Geralt. Jarl's daughters are in no way inferior to their sons.
Yeah.
Do you know every last one of them dreams of being Bran's successor? Look at him. Likely lot.
Cerys is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown. What do you think they spoke to Crach about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But I would have won then, as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gladly.
Wait, right now or...
Rules?
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
I'm assuming not
And here
right
I
now.
was ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go.
Right now? Are we not busy?
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Hjalmar's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first wins.
I'm ready.
Are we racing by
You'll
foot?
start when I sound the horn.
No cheating now.
Oh, I'm running.
Shall we put some
Show
coin
me
on
what
it,
you
Lugos?
got, monster slayer.
Okay.
You never pay up.
Okay. Okay. I could let her win. But when have I ever done that? Okay. I thought it was gonna be like horse racing, but I guess not. This is really cool though. Being able to go so far up the hill. Mountain. It's a mountain. Although it's very windy and a little bit scary. Come on, Geralt, come on. Usually he automatically jumps up here, but... Oh, this is a gorgeous cave. Oh, 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 oh!
I won, but only by a hair.
A little bit more than a hair on the
No
map.
such thing. There's winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's.
Oh, I feel bad. Also, I'm a witcher. Like, if I lost, it'd be a bit suspicious.
See the wakes in full swing.
Lost sight of yous. Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Were you here before? No. Is it rude not to? I feel like I shouldn't, but maybe it's rude not to drink at a funeral. Right at the start, I said to Yennefer that I wasn't going to drink because the last thing that I need is my senses dulled. But are they going to think that I'm rude if I don't drink at somebody's wake, especially in Viking culture? Like, I'm not going to drink.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
Well, if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here.
Oh, okay.
You shall learn all beyond that door. Then the blast
I'm meant to talk to... Oh. This is a lot.
Why would I?
The Queen should join her king on his last journey. Tradition demands it.
Oh. There's so many voices happening. Okay, okay. What's behind the door? Is it, maybe Crach and Craite is there.
Why you...
Luke, no, wait.
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona
What?
and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Oh my goodness.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers. Put that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
So, when I said I was taking notes, I was not kidding. We found out that, yeah, so he raised a bunch of Donar's villages. And then Donar apparently became all like pious Peter, as the words were, when it was found out that he'd basically done bad things to a priestess. So this is really interesting because they're both shitty people. Do I tell him to calm? I feel like I should tell him to calm down because taking it outside probably isn't the best course of action. It's a wake.
Thought Skelligers called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Ugh. That's interesting that Yennefer, it almost seems like she's come here to stop the Skelligers going to war with the Black Ones, with the Nilfgaards, rather than coming to look for Ciri. I mean, I'm sure you know, she'll help to look for Ciri, but it seems there's more political undertones than I previously believed there to be. Really shitty way to speak to her, but he seems like he's going to be shitty to literally everybody he comes across, so I'm not going to provoke any further.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
That was not my intention. Come, Geralt. I believe this discussion's run its course.
It really has. That's interesting, though.
Cross the wide, somber sea.
Do you believe that?
So, perhaps their sons are going to put their names forward.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermion's laboratory.
Oh!
Didn't know we'd been invited.
We haven't.
Because we've not been.
I feel like there's two sides to this. What would I do? What would Geralt do? When it comes to what would Geralt do, I feel like because Ermion probably has information on the blast, which is likely related to Ciri, he would go in. When it comes to what would I do, I'm too curious not to, so I'm going in.
Take it Ermion won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Uroboros. We'll need it. Come, Geralt.
Why? Why are we looking for the mask? Why are we looking for the mask, Yennefer? Bran's wake was in full swing, with mead flowing plentifully and Geralt making quite a splash with the Jarls, when suddenly Yennefer announced she needed to meet with the Witcher in a more private setting. Yet she did not have in mind what you do, Druid. I didn't have that in mind, Dandelion, but thanks anyway. Instead, she wanted Geralt to accompany her as she broke into the Druid Ermion's laboratory. Her goal to steal the artifact known as the Mask of Uroboros. As you can see, life with Yennefer was full of surprises, a fact Geralt had grown used to and even, one dares say, quite fond of. Aww. Uroboros. Isn't that the serpent that circles the world? So the Uroboros is a symbol in Norse mythology. It's represented by the Jormungandr, which is a serpent that could encircle the entire world. Okay, interesting. As you can see, yeah, no, I've read that. But what is the artifact known as the Mask of Uroboros? I don't know, is the problem.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Oh, no.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
I don't like that everybody in this game seems to think that Geralt is too dumb to know all the information before anything happens. Just tell me. I'm here to help. By not telling me, you're doing us all. Oh, there's so much to loot though. What if I find some books? The books anywhere? Can I have some books? No, I've got that one already. Okay. I just want new books. I haven't found a new book in a while. I haven't read them. I need to read them. So I will stop talking about that now. Sorry, Yennefer, please hold. Is that an egg? I don't think I've ever had an egg. I don't think I've ever received an egg before. Oh my god, it keeps going. How deep? This is going to be... If somebody enters this room while we're here... Can I not loot that?
Footsteps.
We're going to be screwed.
Shh. Guards.
Well, no shit, you know.
Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
Sparrows.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
They look so suspicious coming out behind that curtain tapestry. Okay.
That was close.
Remember when right at the start of the game, I was like, I'm uncomfy? I'm uncomfortable. Well, I'm uncomfy. Oh no. If they don't realise a bunch of things has been looted, then, you know, that somebody was down here because I've looted literally everything, I'm going to have questions. Just so much. Oh, that's a big set of doors.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermion's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura.
If they're his spies...
There's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Oh no. If they're his spies, then aren't we going to tip them off to the fact that we're here? I don't want to have to go across a ledge. I just heard how scared I am of heights.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
You didn't feel like taking me, or I guess Geralt doesn't really like teleporting anyway, but that's fine, I suppose. I'll walk.
Yes?
Stressed. Stressed for numerous reasons. I'm stressed because Geralt seems intent on flirting with Yennefer, and I don't have a choice. And I'm also stressed because what if we get caught? There's like one way in and one way out of this place. That doesn't seem like a good... That is a lot of smoke.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover.
Some say a little too much. Oh.
Had one at Kaer.
Please.
100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods.
Okay. What's that?
Looks alive.
That's because it's stuffed, Geralt. Oh, this looks suspicious, because this looks like a ritual.
A basin of water.
For teleprojection. A reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Oh. We are so going to get caught down here. I have absolutely no doubt about that. I know there's a door for a reason. I knew there's a door for a reason. We're going through the door. Should I talk to her first? Maybe I should talk to Yennefer first.
Yes?
Never mind. I tried. Right. What's through this little door?
Ah.
Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
Why did I...
The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out.
No, you've been poisoned, buddy. You've been poisoned.
Monsters. Can feel them coming closer. They're everywhere.
You're poisoned.
That's one less. That's one less.
That's not Yennefer. He's poisoned. You cut yourself on a poison.
Smells of mushrooms.
That's because you've been poisoned.
To my mind, it's the scent of sweet grass dryness.
It's called poison. That's why nobody is actually hurting me. Oh, buddy. Geralt. Oh no, Geralt. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. He's not doing too good.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
I mean, it must have looked funny.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open.
Oh dear, that's very
Let's
funny.
go inside, Geralt.
Yes, let's. I knew it. But it's still very funny to imagine him just like, oh my goodness, a stuffed bear. Whatever, what do we do?
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Uh-huh. Oh, magic.
Ah, our dear Druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Uroboros must be here.
I need to know what that is and...
Letter bearing
Wondrous
Ermion's
world of
seal
insectoids.
to the Druids.
Ritual
Warns them about
plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlove. A biography enhanced.
Okay. Brother Druids, be forewarned that a sorceress has arrived on Ard Skellig. Her name is Yennefer, and she hails from Vengerberg. I know you are immune to feminine wiles and will not let a well-draped skirt muddle your reasoning. Nevertheless, I warn you not to be taken in by her intelligence and refinement. I know who Yennefer is. I do not, however, know the true goal of her staying in Skellige. I see no point in asking her this question directly, for Yennefer is known for her cunning and eloquence. She says not what she thinks, but what she wishes you to hear. You must remember this is no second-rate sorceress. This is a person who breaks bread with the rulers of the North, and who most recently has been working with the Nilfgaardian Emperor himself. Familiar with what courts the world over, she possesses the ability to manipulate that even the wiliest diplomat would envy. Yennefer has displayed an unhealthy interest in the site of the cataclysm we are striving to study. I have not given her the permission to go near it, but I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open all the same. The sorceress from Vengerberg is a stubborn and effective manipulator. I know that in the past her and Crach's paths crossed. I suspect that she will wish to use this old friendship for some ulterior purpose. What that is exactly, I will try to determine. Once I do, I will inform you in a separate letter. May the power be with you, brothers Ermion. It's very quiet all of a sudden. What's that?
Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in.
I think I can see it, but I...
Skellige's tales about the Wild Hunt.
Oh, different tales of the Wild Hunt. The island folk of Skellige, like many nations of the North, hold a series of beliefs about the Wild Hunt as recorded in legends, myths, and fables. This horrifying phenomenon is said to herald the coming of war and misfortune. Characteristic of their tales and distinguishing them from their continental versions is that the islanders imagine the Wild Hunt not as a cavalcade of wraiths galloping across the night sky, but as a ghostly longship. The vessel called Naglfar is said to be built of the claws of dead men. For this very reason, superstitious Skelligers remove the nails of their dead, expressly to prevent them from being used to fortify this ghastly ship. In many legends, the Naglfar sails out of Morhog, the land of chaos. I don't want to make myself seem like a crazy person, but in Fersdal, however you pronounce it, one of the villagers said omen of war has been seen, the Naglfar of Hinderfjell's shores. I've been taking notes because I knew that it would come up at some point. So they're saying that they've seen the Wild Hunt in Skellige, which means they're here.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Yeah. Mead.
Dwarven triple mead.
Ooh.
Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi.
Okay. Alexander Ho walked down the long corridor, delighted that the sounds of debauchery pouring out of the rooms drowned out the sound of his footsteps. The long-neglected brothel floor creaked and moaned as though the wood regretted being witness to the lecherous scenes fed to it by this house of ill repute, standing in the very centre of the pride of the northern cities. Ho had been generously remunerated for his visit by the wife of a silk merchant. She had long suspected her husband of dabbling with loose women during his working hours. The case had seemed simple enough, banal even, a cheating husband. How many similar affairs had he unravelled? The worst was that his employers never truly wanted him to bring irrefutable proof of their husband's guilt. On the contrary, in their heart of hearts, they always hoped his investigations would prove their husbands model citizens, and their suspicions wholly unfounded. This time it truly did turn out that the woman's husband was no whoremonger, despite the fact that his trail led Alexander to a place which fleshly pleasures were bought and sold. The door in front of which he stopped, following the instructions he had received from the gnome at the entrance, had a small plaque with the number 16 on it. Unlike the other rooms, this one was enveloped in an unsettling calm. Ho turned the doorknob and pushed the door open, and what he saw behind it far exceeded his worst expectations. What? And also, why is the music stopped?
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist.
Yeah.
A goat carved out of lindenwood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork.
Oh!
That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
That's really cute. The White Frost. One can hear Ithlin's prophecy whispered at every market, garbled and reused by every village witch, delved into in any treatise touched on the sooths and diviners, and in general saturating our common culture. We all know that the time of the wolf's blizzard approaches, the time of the white frost, and that the world will perish amidst ice, but few truly understand the meaning of these words. The self-proclaimed prophets who shout Ithlin's words mistake stars reflected in a still pond for the sky. For the white frost is no legend or mythical apocalypse. It is a natural phenomenon that can be described in the dry yet precise language of scholarship. The renowned scholar of Thorn's studies have clearly shown that our world is not the centre of the universe, but one of 1,000 such globes spinning in the endless darkness of space. This space is usually described as a vacuum, yet to do so is grossly misleading. For through this vacuum swims invisible to the naked eye, the white frost. We do not know exactly what the white frost is. Perhaps a microscopic dust that blocks the incoming light of the sun, perhaps infinitesimal particles of the sort postulated by Democritus of Ard, with the unusual property of sucking up warmth as a sponge does water. We know for certainty, however, that thanks to the telescopic observations of elven astronomers, the white frost, whatever it is, has already destroyed a great many worlds. The star systems in which it appears perish into lifeless hunks of ice over the course of a few decades. Furthermore, each scholar is agreed that the white frost will one day come to our world. Ithlin's prophecy, though based on magic intuition and not scientific observation, thus appears to foretell the truth. Many mages are skeptical about the thesis presented here. I recommend they carry out the same experiment I've conducted in my own laboratory. Using the spellport as a sterum, open a microscopic portal for 3.5 seconds to the coordinates 0331489089270934. Yet before you do, dress in your warmest furs and ready an axe for breaking through thick ice. I'm sure that we've heard about the white frost before. I don't know if it was called something different, but it was like something constantly watching through a window, like always there, but you can't see it in another book. That's very suspicious. Is this the same guy as the cheese? What are you doing, Geralt?
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand.
Maybe a mug of mead.
How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Who'd have thunk?
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I've a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
But I'm busy.
Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Okay. So...
Geralt, come here. I found the mask.
But there's...
A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
It's the sword in the stone. It's Excalibur. Come on, Geralt, really?
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
What if I... No. It would have been cool, though. A code?
Pine cone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
Female pine cone?
Ermion's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Anything else interesting over here? Because you're running ahead.
A child's skull.
What? I think what is confusing for me is I assumed that we were breaking into the laboratory to find out information about Ciri, not to steal some mask. I'm hoping that the mask has something to do with Ciri and not sorry, my iPhone just went, huh? Well, you called for me? I did not. It is not your time. This is a bad idea, Yennefer.
Yes?
This is a really bad idea.
This is it.
That's an Uroboros. I got a mustache.
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Can you not... Oh. Hi, Ten. Hi, buddy.
Best yield now. It's a trap. We're imprisoned.
We're what? Ow! There we go. Oh! Another thing needs repairing. I should probably see somebody about that. That's not good.
Smell
yes.
It. Gas. Grate still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
What can I see? What can I see? Can't see anything. Look for a way around to escape the trap.
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind. Hold on tight.
Well, that didn't go very well. The throne room sometime later. But wouldn't he know that the trap's been triggered? Well, that seems like a very silly thing to do. Oh, the music's back. Okay, we're fine. We're good.
Now heed my words.
Did we really just get away with that?
There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
Is a worshipper of Freya?
Words of uncommon beauty. We thank you. And we'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond.
It's time.
He must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that.
Okay.
Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth.
So that's her son then. And Bran's son. Oh, go on. Go on. I really hope she does. I really hope she puts her dagger in. Even if she doesn't get it, I just want her to be able to do it at least.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Really? So you're doing it for him? Yes.
May the best man or woman win.
I like that. It's up to the Jarls, unfortunately. But I still think that's very interesting.
What's got into her?
She's your daughter, is she not?
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are.
And yet you had to
Come
put
with
your
me.
son's axe there
All the more
for
essential
him.
we talk now.
Okay. I feel like it just brushed over that we've just stolen a really important artifact. But okay.
How was it, Geralt, when Ciri was nearing womanhood? I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
Cerys.
No specific reason. She and Cerys, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can.
That's nice.
And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
I feel like these are two ways of saying the same thing. I'm gonna go for the bottom option because I don't want to be too forward about Ermion.
Magic anomaly on Ard Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms, right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it.
Twisted forms.
Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages, but Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Do I need to talk to him? I might as well ask.
Wondering if I should talk to Ermion.
Leave that to me.
Okay.
Go. Seek and find your Cirilla. If any ill befell her here, on Ard Skellig on my watch, I'd never forgive myself.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it.
Oh, that's kind.
Unfold. Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot.
The usual spot. That seems very...
I've one more matter to broach. My children.
Okay.
You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return.
Eesh.
Whereas Cerys announced that she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Uh-huh. Oof. I mean, the Undvik one, that's a frost giant, isn't it? I can't remember if I know about Udalric. This music is really cool. Let's start with the top one.
Giants. They'd been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye. Dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Tordarach here on Ard Skellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes.
A dead king.
My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
That sounds like a quest to me.
Take it Cerys wants to lift the curse.
There's no curse to speak of. Cerys has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Ulrich further than I can spit. Cerys won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses.
Unless she's not
so,
mistaken.
Yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
What if she's not mistaken, though?
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid. Madman Lugos would sooner see an elf guardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
I respect that. Yeah, sure, I'll help.
If either Hjalmar or Cerys need help, I'll help them.
Like he has helped Ciri.
I thank you.
Well, now that we're done thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ard Skellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Crach. I will see you later.
Oh, bye. Sounds like I have got a lot to do. Look at that. Echoes of the past. Interesting. So that's the lighthouse. I get that. What's that beyond it? That's the lighthouse. Beyond that. This? It must be, because there's nothing else. So it's that pretzel looking thing. Oh, so much to explore. This game is huge, and I'm going to play every last bit of it. I want to have a look at some quests though. After, I need to go, I feel like I need to actually go and see, I need to see a blacksmith and repair it properly. Because this is not the first time that this has happened. Can I put my normal clothes back on now? No, that was not my normal clothes. Ah, much better. Much better. Okay. So that's what I was going to look at quest. That wants me to have a look at Echoes of the Past, but there must be... There we go. The Lord of Undvik. It is a truth universally acknowledged that children only prove more troublesome as they mature. In Crach's case, any troubles his offspring has caused him only doubled after King Bran's death, when both his son and daughter joined the ranks of the claimants of Skellige's throne. Tradition demanded the next king be a great hero, and Hjalmar, Crach's son, felt he fit the bill perfectly. As anyone versed in fable knows, there is no more fitting way to prove oneself a hero than to kill a giant. And it so happened there was one such beast in desperate need of slaughtering on the nearby Isle of Undvik. Thus, Hjalmar had organised an expedition and set off to earn his glory. Unfortunately, there had been no word of him since, and the Jarl had begun to worry. Like many before and after him, he took this worry to the Witcher. Possession! Concern filled Crach's voice, and something else. Pride? The Jarl had pulled Geralt aside during King Bran's wake to confess his worries about his daughter Cerys. She had sailed to Spikarug, seeking to cure Jarl Udalric's mysterious affliction. A dangerous mission, though one that would certainly be less so with a witch's help. Geralt eyed his old friend over carefully, then made his decision. Okay, so we've got another couple of side quests there. And the main quest, Echoes of the Past. Where would that be? I feel like we're going to come into some trouble with our friend Ermion. Okay. Oh, there's a herbalist. So, I still want to know what this Uroboros, Mask of Uroboros was about and why she wanted it so badly. Because that's concerning to me. the fact that yet again, Geralt isn't told what's going on, and is expected to just be a good soldier. It's happened with Triss. It's happened with during a deadly plot. You know, they were just like, be a good soldier, go and do this for us. We won't tell you anything of what's going on. Sometimes I understand it, but a lot of the time I don't. And right now, oh, it's something happened with Kaer as well. I don't know. It's annoying. I love that Cerys put her name forward as well. It adds an interesting dynamic. Instead of them all being a bunch of men just trying to prove that they are big, strong, and fight giants, and Cerys seemed to have a good head on her. So I don't know enough to say for certain which I think would be the better choice, but along with Birna's son, because she thinks hereditary rule should be a thing. There's definitely a lot of interesting dynamics going on and at play. Do I know what I'm going to do next? No idea. I think I might do Echoes of the Past and then go off and do side quests. I also might not. This is the thing with this game, is I change my mind constantly. I've been reading a lot this episode as well, so hopefully that was okay. You can always skip it if it wasn't, which is great. Great thing about YouTube. With that being said, I am going to leave this one here. And I hope that you're enjoying this playthrough as much as I'm enjoying playing through it. Take care of yourself, and whenever the next video is, I will see you there. Bye.